Hello from Western New York. And today I'm going to see about planting my ornamental kale, as well as this Shashta Daisy and this Persian Cornflower. Now, the kale, I believe, are annuals or biannuals. They grow for 2 years, and that if they make it through the winter, they'll do a little bit more growing, and they'll do some flowering and produce a bunch of seeds, which will be useful if those grow. This actually goes for kale in general, ornamental or your edible. And in fact, your ornamental is actually edible, but it's been bred for beauty mainly. So eating it isn't as good as eating a kale that's been grown for taste. You know, that has been bred for taste and all that sort of stuff. Squirrels or something back there. The Shashta Daisy and the Persian Cornflower, those are perennials that I believe spread through runners or something. I don't know. Basically, something like that. You know, these are going to bush out. I hope it don't rain. I'm not ready for that yet. Well, let's see here. Looks fairly good. Let's get started. Probably not going to be the world's greatest view, I'll admit to that. Now, a lot of what's in this garden is perennials. The idea being that you plant these just once, and that's it. You know, they just spread, and every few years you might dig them up, split them, and replant them. Some in the same spot, others in different areas. You know, or you might give a clump to one of your neighbors, and in fact, that's what my mom did with this one, this black-eyed Susan over here. She actually took off a chunk and gave it to her sister. And I have to be careful on where I put my plant myself. I hope it don't break too many of these roots that are coming out of the bottom of these flower plants. I also hope it don't break the flower plant itself. That'd be... I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have to break that. You never know when you want to use a good flower pot. Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom just came back home. Flatten your flowers! Shashta Daisy is really root bound. Well, I was using my my garden trowel for trying to break up some of them anyways. Yep. And it's still running. I just hope this thing spreads because, like I said, it's just a mass of roots. Well, I don't know what this is. Might be a part of the remnant of a daylily. Hey, Ma, you know what this is? Well, like I said, I found them when I was doing some digging.
Okay, that's fine.
That reminds me, I'm going to need to get the rest of my dirt. Some more of my dirt.
Camera off on.
What?
Is it off?
No, it's still on. A little bit of comedy. We're also going to be putting a lily in at some point. I just hope that thing still grows. Truth of the matter is, a lot of what I do around here is emergency improvisation. And in this case, having to open up my last bag of dirt. Like I said, a lot of what I do is borderline improvisation. But I suppose that's the mark of a real gardener, you know, where even when things are terrible, you still figure out how to put in the plants, where to put in the plants, and they still look good. And of course, in the process, you're removing these rocks that just aren't that good for your garden anyways. I mean, they probably have some purpose somewhere. Oh, there's a big spider. see where to put this now. And I got some tubers in here. Hopefully they're still good. Or whatever they're called. I'm just going to plant them around here to the side. Well, daylilies are taken care of. Hopefully they'll grow, spread, all that sort of stuff. And that's still running. Now let's get to planting the two things I really wanted to plant. The ornamental kale. One is a very nice round head-like thing. And this one, not so nice and round. So let's see, we got the Shashta Daisy, Persian corn, now for the ornamental kale. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain about how long the ornamental kale is going to grow. I mean, knowing my luck, it will probably die in the winter. But if it doesn't die during the winter and hopefully goes to seed, who knows? I might end up with some more ornamental kale. Still, it looks nice, it looks pretty, and the best part is, you can eat it. Oh, do you really want to eat them? That's going to be loudly annoying. Get back in a moment. And now my neighbor's granddaughter's out. That's a lot of sandy type soil. And it looks like my mom's coming over. And my mom's probably trying to stay out of the camera a little bit. And of course, doing what moms do best, supervising. Yeah. You might want to take a look over there. Yep, looks like a big mess. I think part of why the soil is the way it is because part of it seems to be something of an anthill. At least part of it, anyways. Probably not the correct way to plant your kale. Most likely. But hopefully that'll be okay. Still running, which is good. Now a lot of this is soil that has been mulched over with wood chips in the past. You know, but for one reason or another, we just never planted anything over in this area, and well, Mother Nature doesn't like bare areas, and thus you got weeds coming in, you got grass coming in, you got all that stuff saying, hey, there's an empty space, let's move. Now, if possible, you want to avoid enriching your soil, especially if you're planting a perennial. Otherwise, you get a situation that's like leaving a kid in the candy store. He's not gonna go out and eat his veggies. That's about right. Yeah, next year I'll probably be adding in some mulch around in this area because my mom is talking about expanding this little her flower garden. Well, that's kale planted. Shashta Daisy planted, Cornflower planted, and the daylilies. Gonna have to show you a little something else over alongside my trailer. One of the gladiolus is growing. But that'll be in the next video. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments, hit the like button, and all that other good stuff. Okay? Goodbye. Although first up, let's take a close up.